I guess I could Terraformer into Willipux to try find lethal. Yeah, I think it's worth. Hey, what's up guys, TheJordude here, back again with another Shadowverse deck and gameplay video. This is still, well, we're getting into the second week of Fortune's Hand. And this is a forest deck that I've seen actually quite a few players on like Twitter, like a lot of Japanese players have been running this. Actually, the 2018 World Champion, Faig, is actually used this deck to hit Grandmasters. So yeah, and a lot of people in the comments have also been asking me to play Amataz Forest. So this is the Amataz Forest deck. Pretty similar to Amataz Forest in the past, your main win condition. Of course, it's getting like 6 fairies into your hand and then giving them Storm with the Amataz Fanfare ability, or using your Divine Smithing with the Enhanced 4, and then you just play a bunch of fairies and then just storm your opponent down. There are some updates to the deck because new cards have been added into the card pool. Some really good cards are Lumbering Carapace. You can give this card Storm with your Divine Smithing, and then if you play 4 other cards, it gains like +4 attack. So you can actually do so much burst damage if you give Lumbering Carapace Storm. So this card is really good in the deck. Other good cards that are new are Elf Queen. Elf Queen is just a decent card because your hand is going to actually be kind of full because you're keeping fairies in your hand. So you could drop your Elf Queen, and Elf Queen could actually clear a lot of boards, which we found out through playing Roach Forest the other day. So Elf Queen is just a really good card in keeping board control while you're setting up your win condition. Recursive Ponderer, Accelerate 1 just to draw a card. It's just like an insight, it's fine. Ambush, you could set up Ambush and try to set up lethals. Like some decks can't actually deal with Ambush, so you could just kind of play this card and set it up for lethal with your fairies or something, or like Mallet Monkey or whatever. This deck is also running Terraformer. Now Terraformer is not used as an OTK in this deck, of course. As you can see, there is not too many 2-drop cards that you could fuse into the Terraformer that you want to put in. Like you don't want to fuse your Fairy Whisperer really, or Blossom Spirit, because you want to use it with your fairy combinations. However, Terraformer is kind of just a card where I think you're using it just to push a little bit extra damage, because if you could just put 4 cards into it, against Storm, it'll be like maybe 8 attack, 10 with the evil, so it could still push a decent amount of damage. It's not going to OTK your opponent, but it is going to push maybe that last bit of damage that you need, because you might have gotten a little bit damage in with some Fairy Storms, but maybe it wasn't enough, maybe your opponent healed up, so the Terraformer is kind of there to just kind of close it out, but he's not your main win condition for the deck. So yeah, this is the list for Amataz Forest. Still plays very similar to what it has always done, and yeah, hopefully you can see that in these example games. So if you enjoyed the video, make sure you give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more Shadowverse content. Also comment down below, if you tried this deck out, do you prefer it over Roach Forest, or do you prefer Roach Forest over Amataz Forest, or do you prefer just like some other weird forest deck? But yeah, thanks for watching guys, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace. Okay, Swordcraft. We're going first. That's always good to be going first, especially as an aggro deck. This hand is not very good though. Do I want to keep the Blossom Spirit? I don't even really want to keep the Blossom Spirit, although it's a 1/3, so the stats are actually pretty good for a 1-drop. So maybe we'll keep it. Nice, okay, we drew something to do on turn 1. The Willipux is just going to add some fairies into her hand. So now I could actually go for possibly the Blossom Spirit on... I could play the Blossom Spirit on turn 3. Actually, on turn 2, he can't kill the Blossom Spirit, so I think I'm going to just drop it now. And then next turn, I could play like double fairies and get double 2-drops. I could go, or I could play on curve and go Fairy Whisperer plus fairy. I think I would prefer double fairies here. It's playing off curve, but it's just a lot better tempo, especially because he's playing rally sword. So I think I want these 2/2s to just be like powerful on the board, and I could get some good trades ups. He's going to have, yeah, he's going double trade here. I guess he doesn't have a Kagemitsu to guilt. I'm going to go ahead and use the Fairy Whisperer here and Avatar Flirtation, just kind of get playing on curve here, and also I get fairies into my hands. So now I have 4 fairies. If I trade in the Water Fairy, I could get up to 5, so I'm missing 1 for an Amataz to be good. Although we don't have an Amataz yet in our hand. Fear in here is actually decent because he gets the Fanfare ability off. Probably going to be using my Elf Queens to try to gain tempo here. Start off with the Elf Queens. Spirit Shrine. I do want to draw like 2 cards from the Kokoro. So I think we're going to play the Water Fairy and a Fairy here. I can actually dump 1 Fairy because Water Fairy goes up to 4 and then Spirit Shrine puts me at 6. Amelia, hopefully he doesn't have another Gelt here. Ah, second Gelt. Could go for an Elf Queen again. Maybe Willy Pluck plus Kokoro? Am I going to overdraw? 6, 5, 7, 8, 9. That would put me in overdraw range. So I think we should play just like a fairy plus the Kokoro here. I don't really want to overdraw because there are some cards that I'm really looking for, like Amataz and Divine Smithing. So if I burn those cards, it's just kind of bad. I really want to see the top card of my deck. Okay, but now we have the Mallet Monkey. I mean, like, if we get to... I actually think I want to play this as the ambush, and then maybe I could set up a lethal with the Reclusive Ponderer plus the Mallet Monkey. This would also be a good time for, like, Terraformer could actually start doing some work. Second Amelia here. Okay, so Divine Smithing. Maybe we could set something up. His Regal Wildcat isn't active yet. What if we go like Willy Puck plus 4, 6. What if I go Reclusive Ponderer and Mallet Monkey? And then we push 4, 6. We're pushing 6 damage, so he has 7 left. I think this could actually set up lethal because then I could Divine Smithing and that's 4 damage there. I could probably ignore the board at this point. You don't have to trade for me. Actually, I'll put him to 9. Yeah, I think this is fine. Because next turn I have 4, 5, 6. I could get with Spirit Shrine. I could Spirit Shine Divine Smithing. That's going to cost 5 play points, and then when I have 3 more play points, I could play 3 fairies that have Storm and 2 attack. So that's 6 damage plus my 3 damage here. So that's exactly 9 damage. I don't think. Yeah, like. Sword at 11 rally count, he can't get the ward from the Phalanx, and he can't push lethal without Regal Wildcat. So I don't think there's any other ward in this There is that ward with the dog, I guess. Ernesta and the hound. Stroker commission. Okay, I mean, okay, so he was able to remove my ambush. Okay, the carapace, that's actually lethal now, right? Because 4 cards, 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, that's the carapace coming in. I didn't even have to play 4 cards before, but look how big this is going to get. 6 damage. Shadowcraft going second, unfortunately. Okay, we have the Amataz though. And the Avatar Fruitation is not going to give me too many fairies. So I'm not sure if I want to keep this. I'm going to throw it back. The reason is that it's giving me an odd number of fairy counts, so a lot of cards could give me 2 fairies. So yeah. Now I don't mind it because we drew the Willy Puck. Willy Puck's going to give me 3 fairies. So I can actually get my Amataz set up. I also have the Divine Smithing. So we should be in a pretty good spot, although it is Shadow and they have the Cloistered active. I'm going to start off with the Avatar Fruitation just because I'm getting a stronger body onto the board. Could maybe ignore this. I'm gonna have a lot of fairies. I think I want to just be pushing face. I could just Divine Smithing here. Yeah, I'm just going Divine Smithing here because they're all going against Storm anyways. Could have made a trade, but I think going face is fine because we're just going to be able. He gets a. That's actually really strong Fatal Ward already. Do I have to trade? I push 5. Actually, if I evolve a fairy, the Sacristan won't kill the Amataz. But yeah, damn, the turn 4 Fatal Order to just get that, it was like such a strong tempo play. This is kind of awkward for him. He could evolve this, it kills my fairy, and then he have to run the ward into here or double trade this. So that's pretty good. He might have something just in his hand that could deal with the Amataz pretty easily though. Because a 7/7 ward is really hard for me to deal with. I think I would go for the Willy Puck, evil to Willy Puck plus the fairy. 2/2 fairy could trade. And then after that I have 6, 12, 14. I'm like short 1 damage. I don't think there's any way he trades a 7/7 ward into here. Oh wow, he actually does. This is broken. Look how broken this is, turn 5. He has 12, 15 damage on the board. I could trade Fairy in here. He'll have 12, 14. Wait, is he just dead? I could play 3, 6, 9, 12, 14. He's actually just dead here. Wow. We could possibly keep the Blossom Spirit though. Actually, I could go Blossom Spirit on 2, Avatar Fruitation plus the Fairy on 3. It's kind of decent. Carapace you don't really need to keep on turn 1 because it doesn't really do anything. It's actually a lot better late game. Turn 1 Terraformer, not going to be fusing though. Because I want to ease early on. Yeah, play the Blossom Spirit. I think if it's Shop Rune, we're pretty favored against Shop Rune. They can't really do anything. And we killed him pretty early. Traveler's Respite. So yeah, it looks like it is going to be a Shop Rune, and I could actually pressure pretty hard with the Blossom Spirit. This might be the counter to Shop Rune, and we destroyed Shadow even though they high road too. I guess we high road against the Shadow. Oh, it's actually going to be Natural Rune. Okay. I still think this matchup is good for us. Next turn they might have... He didn't have a Pyromancer this turn though. I think we do play a fairy here. Do I ever trade? I think we just go face. We have Divine Smithing next turn. Yeah, we're definitely just going face here because we have so much damage in our hand actually. We could just be pressuring lethal. We don't really care about the board. If we have the Pyromancer here, it's going to be bad, but we don't need this. We don't really need this board. We have 2, 4, 6 with the Evo 8 and our Evo 10. And I could combo this. This is like 6 damage. I could get more fairies into my hand now. Do I need to? Or should I just start Divine Smithing? 8, 10, 12. No, I think we just need to start pushing now. All face. Natural Rune doesn't do anything right early on. They're just wanting to play trees, so they don't even have a ward at this stage. I just need to push as much damage as I can in case there's some kind of healing, which he does. He actually had Cherub here, and Traveler's Respite heal 4. I can only play 2 cards at the moment, so this could only get a +2 buff. So that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I'm actually 2 damage off right now. Unless I draw something where I could... So I don't have to play Willy Pluck for 4. I guess I could Terraform into Willy Pluck to try find lethal. Yeah, I think it's worth it. Nice. The one usage of Terraformer here just to draw a card.